Jenny Murungi's pain is all too familiar to thousands of cervical cancer patients. It's a real threat to the survival of women, killing a woman every 2 minutes worldwide. The Ministry of Health estimates that every day 7 women die of cervical cancer in Kenya, which, by the way, is the only type of cancer that can be prevented through a vaccine, its cause having been clearly established to be the human papillomavirus. It is a sexually transmitted virus which until now can only be detected after it causes changes to the cells around the cervical area through a pap smear or visual inspection. But a new technology known as COBA's HPV test is now able to detect the virus itself.
For the DNA of the HPV. So the HPV has almost more than 93% sensitivity, ability to detect, while pap smear is about 50 to 60%, which means if a woman goes for a pap smear, after some time, they have to go back again, which is why women used to be advised go every year or every 2 years, maximum every 3 years. Why? Because a first pap smear can miss.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration endorsed COBA's HPV test in 2011, but the technology has not been available in Kenya until now. It is expected to be launched next month.
You're talking about a machine that can do 400, 500 tests a day. While a pap smear, first of all, to collect pap smears, and then to look at it under the microscope after staining it is quite labor intensive. And we just don't have enough number of pathologists and cytologists in this country. But with a machine that you can upscale it, it means you can run hundreds of tests. And that's just in one lab, if you have one machine.
There's also hope for the 6,000 members of NHIF. Screening for cancer is part of the package, if you didn't know. Yeah, you know that? So for NHIF members, you can actually demand for cancer screening. And for men, prostate screening. It's part of the package, outpatient package.
With this new technology, women can collect the samples by themselves.
There's a brush which has been developed, and it's a new technology for self-collection. In fact, something almost like a tampon. I think if you can pick this, it's probably not bigger than this, a bit longer because of handling, but that's it. So you put it inside, get it out, a few minutes. Not even, sorry, less than a minute. Yeah. How long? Less than a minute. Put it inside as long as it gets wet. Actually, the recommendation is about 20 to 40 seconds. Get it out, put it in a container, because it's a small box, send it to the laboratory.
For a country that had a 10% cervical cancer screening rate, this revolutionary technology could just be the game changer.
It's terrible. I know so many even doctors and educated people who have not gone for a pap smear or a cervical cancer screening, yet they are at risk because any sexually active woman is at risk of cervical cancer because it's caused by HPV. For as long as you are sleeping with a man who has slept with somebody else, whether they slept with another man or another woman, but as long as they have HPV, you can be infected.
Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Weekend.